Hello. Good morning. Welcome to another year's futures trading stream. This is Victor here. Today is Tuesday, November 14th. It is 9:10 a.m. Eastern time in the US. We had CPI release just about like 40 minutes ago, and we have this incredible reaction of the market. The number, it doesn't matter. The number doesn't matter, right? What matters is what the market does with the number. There were some buying coming exactly from Settle. Here the market was bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a bunch of times from Settle, and then I guess we have just this gigantic spike here. This is incredible. This is a tremendous spike that we have here to the upside, and I think that this market is very unhealthy. The rally is very bad here, but it doesn't matter, right? At the end, what we try to do is, we try to figure out what the market is doing and go with what the market is doing, not with what the market will do. I have a very negative view of this market, but the data, market generating information, if you check, if you have done your homework yesterday, you will see, one time frame lower and the monthly has ended. We have started one time frame higher in the weekly, weekly has started one time frame higher. The reference, let me check. The reference in the upper side, were 4,500 and 4,562. This one here, this level up here, and the 4,500. Those are the next references in the upper side, because with the ultimate destination being this high here. We have these two ranges here. These two ranges. Market explored inside this range, was rejected. They come back inside. When the market comes back inside this range, the ultimate destination is the opposite side of that range. It is going to happen. Don't know. Nobody knows that. All right. So far, until yesterday, we have 3 gaps: 1 gap, 2 gaps, 3 gaps, and 2 gaps in the upper side. This gap here, it's going to be history now, because the market will open somewhere up here, close to the 100, close to the 4,500 here, and we will have 2 more gaps in the upper side, right? We have this one and this one here. 1, 2. But the lower side is just so bad. It's just so bad here. The structure of this market, you can see in the daily time frame, you can see 3 gaps, 2 eyes being bought from the 200 here. Now it's been sold from the for the 100, which is not good actually. It's just one cannot think, man, this market is never going to stop going higher, and that's one thing that can many times doom traders, because seeing the market is high often is a way to say, this market is too high. I have to be short in this market. I have to short this market. But when we put things in context, we understand that momentum is a force, right? Momentum momentum is some is a force that we need to reckon. We need to recognize and you know how to deal with that. Um, Momentum can take markets to extremes, right? Which to me seems to be the case now. Seems to be what is happening now and in this moment. It's just boy, this is just unbelievable here. Particularly, you know, having in mind what happened yesterday. What we had yesterday, for example, we have this low that is weak low coming from you know from a level from this previous day that was exactly from half back here. It just weakens. I mean, this low weakens this low, and the next one is very close to this one as well. So you have one, two, three levels are basically at the same high. Then the next thing we know, the market buys from daily hallback, not previous period of hallback for the day or the daily hallback. Next time, previous period hallback. After that, another weak level here, another weak level. There's a clear here, and this one. Notice where this market was bought from. You know, this is hallback of the previous day. Now the overnight being bought from exactly zero. Now all mechanical trading here, all very. I mean, who is holding the inventory here? I don't have too much hopes on this. I think the risk in the long side is extremely high. Okay, that's the one thing. The other thing is, however, that being said, it doesn't mean I'm going to be short here in this market. I mean, I'm not going to be short automatically. I think that there's a tremendous opportunity here. You know, if this market breaks here, there's nothing holding this market. But as long as momentum keeps going to the upside, in this case to the upside, this market can go to extremes. We never know when that is going to end. I have been burned so many times before. When I saw a market similar like this, with a terrible structure on the lower side, I just can't stop shorting the market, right? I as a consequence, I had big losses, and that's so common, right? When a market has these kind of gaps here, sometimes it's hard for a trader to picture, right? To fathom that the trade is to the upside here. This market cannot keep going higher. Another thing from yesterday I was watching, I got the 200 moving average down here. And this is an area, the 200 is an area that bigger traders usually see, right? Where this could be, a place where bigger capital enters or buy or sells, and usually it's happened when bigger capital buys. They get out before and can re-enter after. And the opposite also is true. They don't see, they have no idea what the 50 or 100 is. That's just how it is. Right. So this movement, I was thinking last night may have something here, But of course, it's easy to say that after everything has happened, right? Just allow me a second. I have to do something. Okay, where I was. Okay. Now the market will open above the 100. All right. So this could be support now. This moving average. All right. Now we have a gap. Gap guidelines go with any gap that is not filled quickly. Right? That's what it says. If this gap doesn't fill, or I would like to put it this way: if the gap is going to be filled, usually the selling comes right away. Right after the opening, there is tremendous pressure of selling. Right away after the opening. If that's not the case, there could be some rebalancing going on here after because this is a significant gap here. The market yesterday was getting too short here. This kind of like a relief some of the pressure. But ended to the downside. There was tremendous amount of buying also. Not that much. I was thinking maybe this may look like a 45 to the upside. I was thinking, but POC kind of closed rather at the center. If POC would close maybe lower, that would be rather a better example of a 45-degree here, where the risk to the upside is high, right? The risk to the upside is high because of the structure of the market, right? I would have loved for this market to have some pullback here, maybe closing this gap or getting something in here before doing this. This doesn't give me too much hope for this movement, but the thing is, it doesn't mean it has to break today. What I think is maybe this is not going to hold. This will not be able to hold down the line. Everybody is now talking about end of the year rally. The market is super strong. The nothing can, the Fed is doing everything right. Blah 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 blah. That's good. All right, having those talks and being aware about what the street is talking. That's one thing. That's good actually. Now, what do we have here in the upper side? Let me see if I can have this. I'm going to remove this one and add this because I don't care about that anymore. Not now. Last week also, I think I can. I'm just going to keep it yesterday. And what is left of, let me increase my, okay, all right, I need to see these things now. Notice what the market has. We have a gap here. This gap has been closed. Now this is gap. This is going to be gap close now. Close. I don't know where the gap high is going to be. This area here has been taken care of. This one too. There is something here in the upper side. Oh, what a surprise! Where this level is, 4,500. Right? There's a lot of supply there. The very technical trading here. And let me see if I can highlight. I'm not saying that the market is going to go higher, right? But I know that there is supply here. I'm going to highlight from 19 to 21. What do we have at the center? 4,500, right? It's right there. Let's see. Red, since we are going to start trading day to day, this is going to be, try this. The market is aiming now at this level, 4,400. What do we have above that? The next high level is this one. Which 4460, something like that? 63, right? What is that? The next, this one, this high. After the 4500, after this one, there's nothing all the way up to here. Right? Right now, the market is here, kind of like no excess in the weekly. If it takes the 4500 where it is, the opening close here, no excess here. We'll see what happens. Now, where the market is going to open? The market is going to open inside the spike, right? It looks, we have only like 4 more minutes opening inside the spike, which is neutral. Opening above the spike is the most positive thing that can happen, because it's accepting higher prices. Something that now that I'm talking about higher prices, something that I am carrying on is, this market moving higher, this market going higher, and volume decreasing. The higher it goes, the lower the volume. Higher prices are not attracting volume, and discretionary trading has those 3 elements, not just price. Market has price, volume, and time. Those are the variables or the components of the market profile. We don't have price, my bad. We don't have volume. Higher prices are not attracting volume. Coming back to the current market, 2 minutes before the opening. This is neutral to me. This is neutral. From this day, I can see, for example, here. What the heck? Oh, no. I was thinking. I have this for the distributions close, right? This distribution close actually target the opposite side of that distribution. What is the opposite side? I don't have it here. I cannot see it here. But this is 47.7 exactly. Yeah, 47.77. I'm going to put that one here. This one. Yeah, what is the opposite side of this distribution? Right? 4,400 at this high. A market has to deal with this. There's a good amount of volume here. Now there can be some back and forth around this 4,500, but clearly the market is now, today, all eyes are in the 4,500 here. Remember, go within the gap does not fill quickly. We'll fade the gap. If the gap is going to be filled, usually the selling happens right away. And a lot of traders are going to be short in this market, just because the market is too high. Okay, without having any or putting any context to price. Let's put context. When you put context, when we add context. Okay, I guess I missed. There was today there was. No, tomorrow we have a webinar. That was today. When we put things in context, sometimes things can change, right? All right, market is open. Now. Market is open. All right. No selling here. Market is going in the direction of the overnight. Look at the volume we have here. We have good volume here, right? You can see this. which is where is the regular amount of volume and where we are opening now. Just by this period should be somewhere around this much. Let's see. Which will be coming down, which will be around this much. Okay, how high is that? No, it's really low actually. This is really low. Look at this. Look at this. Yesterday was extremely low here. Extremely low here. No, why do I? Okay. The gap has no. There was no attempt to fill the gap. I could open this, lead some, a couple ticks to the downside. First thing I am observing is you got a good amount of volume here. All right. 4,400, 4,500 is on site here. Now, this could be yearly support here, but it is way too far back in time to be of relevance. This mark here, it can be too far back. And the first periods of a market that has this really impressive gap here, this incredible gap here. There's going to be a lot of rebalancing that happens in the first period here. Yeah? Traders that were caught short from yesterday, from the morning, today. There's going to be a lot of margin calls there that have to be met, positions closed, everything. A lot of stuff going on here. And the first sign of weakness would be if the market takes this one and takes the 100 moving average out here. That could reach some, but so far, I mean, you can see this volume here, right? We have volume. The movement, though, if the gap is going to be filled, it usually happens right from the open. You will see selling coming, boom, 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 boom. Has that happened? No, I'm not seeing that. Feels reference on the upper side, 4,500. There's another poor and weak high from September 20, right from when this contract, kind of like a couple days after this contract opened. And the current contract doesn't happen. No, this is from previous contract. This is from previous contract. This one as well. No, look at this tremendous gap. This is an impressive gap here. Duplicate drawing. Let's put the gap here. This is the gap here. This very emotional market we have here. Now, the tremendous amount of volume that's coming to this market. Look at this. This is I haven't seen this amount of volume here going on around at the opening. No, sir. From yesterday, what do we have from yesterday? What do we have from yesterday? Let's see if I can pull that one out. Where do this? Okay, I have it here. I had this from yesterday. I haven't seen this kind of activity in a while. You know, at the closing is expecting. Look at that. Look at this amount. This big block here. You know, 1,000. There's a bunch of 50s here. Maybe 7 or 800 here, but I haven't seen this amount in a while. You know? Around now where this is happening, I think this is important here around the opening. Yeah, around halfback is a little bit there, around the opening here. The gap, the first thing here is the gap. There was no attempt to fill the gap, and that's a sign of strength here. But again, prices are really high here. Prices are really high. Volume is coming. One thing that usually fuels this kind of movement is traders shorting the market. I mean, why you short the market? Just because it's too high. And you know that kind of activity, because the market is too high, I'm going to short the market. That's usually, you know, provides fuel or more fuel to the rally. This is a market to the upside. Momentum is to the upside. All trends are trending higher. All trends have the same reference in the upper side. The movement can be extremely weak, right? That's one thing, but that's not enough reason to short the market. Or at least for me, until I see something, right? The goal here is to understand, or try to understand, or try to figure out what the market is doing. Okay, what the market is doing, not what the market will do. We have only 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the opening. We have how much volume? Look at this volume. So if this is 1/3 of the first period, I would expect 2/3 here. Maybe this volume should be somewhere. This is 2, maybe here, right? If this continues, this would be 20 minutes, 20 minutes here, 20 minutes here, and maybe even higher, 20, 10, 20, 30, right there. Right now, let's check how much that would be coming all the way up to here. That's an incredible amount of, that was even higher than this high. What? Higher than that. Let's see. So far, I'm not trying to anticipate any kind of movement here. What I'm trying to do is just watch the market. Now, look at what's happening here. I'm starting to see some. Am I seeing some taper here? You have high volume here and it just dries. You know? It goes higher, but it dries here. Is that taper? Let's see. Again, for the second straight day, we have a lot of volume here. I mean, I think this is lower than yesterday, but still, we are just 10 minutes into the first period. The volume keeps coming the upper side. With taper I mean this. Can you see this thing, right? The shape of this, right? Volume start to decrease. It goes like this. We saw something like that yesterday as well. At where? Let me. Do I have that one here? In this period, okay? You see this period? Yeah, this is what happens here, right? Happened here. This. Notice this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, okay, and suddenly, boom, we got something. Look at this. You have wide, high volume here and just dry. It keeps going higher, but it's just dry. And everything has to be seen in context, right? Where is this dry is as soon as the market takes the previous day high. Previous day high was somewhere around here. It just dries. It doesn't have continuation. You have a reference there, but it doesn't have continuation. Higher prices do not attract more volume. Right now, it is quite the opposite. We have higher prices, and look at the volume, right? This is the this is the ES, remember. This is the ES, just for the ES. In context, it's not always the same, right? The context today is completely different than the context that we had yesterday. Now we have a tremendous upside, tremendous gap to the upside. So this could be, I won't pay too much attention to this. I was noticing that there's some action here that may resemble some taper on the upper side. Right, we are around the 14-minute mark. I should see some continuation of a directional move here. I'm very aware of the risk here, but regardless, the trades to the upside. Traders will be buying dips here. Pullbacks are going to be bought here. And the fields thing, upside continuation, 4,500. Upside continuation has fills the overnight high, or the high of the spike from yesterday. Next thing the 4,500. Next thing this high, this high, this high, and so on, right? The taper shape that we had here has disappeared. You see? Oh, come on. No, I didn't want to show this. This is what I'll show. Just look at this. Look what we have here. This shape. How is shape? Just don't look at the numbers, but the shape. And now this was like this, but now it's starting to be something like this actually, right? It's just some observations there. It doesn't mean anything. So what I mean here is what I thought was going to be taper was not, right? It's actually an upside continuation we're having here. So what's your trade here? Are you shorting the market? After all the evidence, after the old market, after the only market MGI, after all the market generated information, what's your action here? I may not like the movement. I may understand that, I may acknowledge that this is extremely weak market, really bad rally, really bad structure, but it doesn't mean I'm going to short here. That would be like a step in front of train here. That's all the odds are against the short here. The risk in the long side is very high here. Any questions here? No. What I'm doing, I'm monitoring the market here. I'm monitoring continuation. The next thing the market has to do is take this 4,500. We got traders see the 4,500 as a level of value. Remember, in the 4,500 we have this a good amount of supply as well. It's far back in time from September 20. And it doesn't mean that this guy, just imagine this. If you are short here, for example, just think of yourself, and the market comes all the way down to here, all the way down to the 4,200. Right? You're on 4,500. The market gave you 300 points. So what do you do? What are you going to do there? Are you going to wait until the market comes back to here to close? Are you going to let the market come against you? You have to do something. If you're a trader, you're an investor doing something here, what we start to do, we start to see what structure of this market, we start to hedge, we start to do something. You will do something there. So this kind of trading that looks this area as area of value, actually, for me in particular, I don't see that too much value. What I am noticing is that this contract, this cycle, is paying a lot of attention to these areas. Right? Very technical trading here. 4,500 has been reached right there. Twenty minutes, yeah, volume is kind of like following the pattern here. You see we may have another 10 minutes is half of this. You just cut this period in half from here to here, cut it in half, and that's what we have. Not that much. Continuation is what I want to see here. Continuation has this level and then this one, which are these highs, this high here and then this high here. The movement is having volume. Any movement that has volume behind is a good movement. You know, it have, not that it's a good, but it has good odds of upside continuation. Everything is green. Look at this. What is gray here? What is the only thing red here? Oh, the Nasdaq. What is PDQ? I don't know. It is 5 before, it's 9:55, almost. Now we have some activity around the 4,500. Significant gap with no attempt whatsoever of being filled. Oh, let's check what's happening in the other markets. Crude oil is rising, you know, it's possible gap fill here. Dollar is, you know, it's in the middle or something. Just take a look at this. Also, crude oil has this weird here, you know, this thing here. No, but this crude oil, I think this crude is different. Man, this gold here. I mean, having this kind of rallies in the ES, in the market, and gold doing the same thing along with the market. Look at this, look at the bond market here. You feel it failed to fill the gap here. Just maybe one tick here, 107. I don't know ticks of what are the ticks of the 10. But they didn't fill the gap. We have a tiny gap now here. Tiny gap here. Another tiny gap here. Not tiny, it's a little bit bigger. And this is the theory. There is a lot of talks about recession here. Not too many gaps. Can you see that these markets don't have too many gaps here? And what about the Nasdaq? What's going on with the Nasdaq here? Where's the Nasdaq? Nasdaq, where are you? Okay. Alright. Okay, same thing with the Nasdaq. Oh boy, look at this gigantic gap here. Every market has this gaps now. Another gap here. Another gap here. Is this the gap? 375. Yeah, this is a gap too. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's tiny, but it's a gap. This is a micro gap here. The ES has taken the 4500 level. There's a lot of trading around the 4500. A couple minutes before the period closes. This having upside continuation. This gap is history. We have two more gaps in the upper side here. This one and this one up here. Wow, look at the Russell as well. Tremendous gap here. The Dow, god damn, look at the Dow, man. There could be some resistance here around this area, but still is market is just getting, the Dow is just getting inside this area. Man, the Nasdaq has taken this area, is about to take this high out, which is weak. No, kind of has no excess relative to this one, and then you have a gap, and then you have this one. Oof, man. Notice how this market is having upside continuation, right? You have a 4,500 here, volume is coming here, hundreds. You have a 50 there, 15. A little bit less than expected, but higher, very high regardless. That would be in the vicinity of these 2 days, right? Of these 2 high volume days here. We are about to open the next period, and it's opening at very high, no excess here. There's a good also upside continuation. Also from back in time, I don't know where this is from, but I don't think this is a coincidence. The market is stopping right there, right? Back, if you look back, if you look your charts back in time, the first time you will see is a high that is 4 white. Just like now is 2 white. This high back in time is 4 white. Very mechanical selling here. Yeah? Traders are trying to cash, the pivot here. Oh, this is where the market is going to reverse. The first 7 minutes again, man, this market is having really nice upside here. Good volume here. Now, notice where this has stopped. And another level. This was for white. This one is too wide, at least too wide back in time. Just keep looking keep an eye on your charts back in time. The first thing you will find is a high that has no excess. Once a market has a tone for the day, something has to happen, right? Something really that nobody is expecting, right? It needs to come out. It needs to comes out of the blue to change that, right? Change that. What are the odds of that happening now, for example, right? Everybody is buying here. Everybody is buying here. Market is having upside continuation here. This high. The next thing the market upside continuation, we see the market taking this high. Have another day back in time. So this is history, right? This is gap. This is going to be, I'm going to call this as a gap low here. Gap low, gap high, right? Gap high. Yeah, this is gap high here, and this is gap close, way down here, What is no? This gap has been closed. Now this is gap closed now. Can you see how crazy this market is? Market is closing a gap with another gap. Oh, this is just a volatility, just short-term trading going on here. Traders just don't appreciate or don't have an understanding what's going on in the background here. That being said, momentum can take market to extremes. Value keeps coming here. I am not going to compare. I'm going to stop comparing this day to the previous day. What I'm going to do now, I rather will compare to this. We'll compare this one. No, because volume is very, very high here. I compare it to this day because these 2 days have really high volume. It seems like that is going to be the case today. Kind of like around here, right? About the same. Something bad, really bad, needs to happen here for this volume, for example. What I expect now is this volume, the second period, to be all the way up to here. Not up to here, but actually up to here maybe. All right. To keep the increase, how much more do we have? Let me check how much more. That one looks, whoa, boy, that looks like 100%. Let's check. Let's check that. How much more? volume this market has. Yeah, wow, that is something. I've never seen something like this. Almost 80% higher than the previous session. Unbelievable high, man. Wow. No, but we are comparing to our data. It's very low day as well. The field 7 has had continuation. Now I expect some back and forth here until the 14-minute mark of this period, until half back here, and then I may expect if something happens, because this market has upside continuation. Around the 14-minute mark, I may see the market coming back to this area again, trying to push this higher, maybe have some upside extension here around the 14 mark, and then another pullback or trade, some retracement from this area, and then the closing market coming back to the highs. That's what I notice for how the market reacts in this cycle. All right, it's kind of like fast selling there. Everybody, I mean, bigger traders know now the market is very long. There's crazy long inventory here. Not where this market is being bought from now. Can you see? 4,500, right from the 4,500. Who is going to buy around the 4,400? That is the question. Who think buys around the 45 at the 4,400, exactly the 4,400 here, right there, one tick, one tick below 4,400, 45. But I still haven't seen a struggle, the market struggling here to the upside. This is still inside the pattern that this market has been having lately. Around the 7-minute mark, we have some pullback, then it's some back and forth. Around the 14-minute mark, there's a push up. In this case, trying to have some extension of this period. It should have some extension around the 14, then another pullback, and then before this period closes, another upside extension. Just before the period closes, or within the first minutes of the next period. There's going to be a lot of traders shorting this market. Notice what we have here. Exactly the 4,400. There's a lot of volume here. There's somebody bigger here. No, this is not just a retail now. This is just not a retail. What can be happening here? Another thing, always look at the possibility of some kind of squeeze happening here. Now you got this area here, shorts, options, and these shorts are being squeezed here. They're being killed here. Notice the difference between this volume here, this buying that happened here, versus the buying that's happening here. Right? You may see some lower volume here, but this is just, I'm speculating here, right? Somebody's buying in 50s. There's kind of like 2050s here. But here, you don't see that. You don't see that. And if somebody bigger is going to buy, if I can see what they are doing, that makes me actually question what they are doing. So why, if I am long, if I am a big investor, a big trader, the last thing I want is anybody to know what I'm doing. No, I will try to conceal my position. I may take my position out afterwards, right? Just like Cathy Wood or any of these traders that go on television, on TV, saying, okay, I am short because I see these things, or I am long because I saw these things, or things, and, that tend to, they have an agenda behind that. Okay. We are getting closer to the 14-minute mark. Market has gave us some pullback here. This low is no good. Now the thing is, if the market corrects this low here, this mechanical buying here, it may come down to here, and coming down to here can take the market too close to halfback, repairing this too close to this halfback, and market may actually have a pullback down to here. I want to see if that doesn't happen. If that doesn't happen, that's another thing, right? I'm looking the market to the upside. I'm not looking the market to the downside here. These big gaps, these gigantic gaps, are usually really hard to fill. The market, and when the market comes back towards this, usually doesn't feel it, and the fields attempt. It takes a couple of times to fill these gaps here. Now it's a good thing that inflation has stopped. Now we have 0. The expectation was, I guess, was 4. Let me see the number. Let me check. What was the number? No idea what was. Core inflation rate, month over month, was expected. Consensus was 0.3, expectation actual 0.2, so it's lower, it's decreasing. Year over year, core inflation 4.4%, expectation 4.1. But notice this, okay? The goal of the Fed is 2%. Right? Month over month, 0%. Consensus was 0.1. Year over year, inflation rate 3.3 consensus. Previous month was 3.7, and now we have 3.2. Okay, I should see some push here around, you know, in this around. We are at the center of the interval. My intervals are at 30 minutes. My TPUs are 30 minutes charts bars. I should see some push to the upside here. Let's see if that happens. If this was here, the next thing was up here. If I am going to come, yeah, kind of like really close, right? Well, this. If half period it comes down here, 17 minutes, I should expect maybe somewhere a little bit high, somewhere around here. Maybe up there. The push is here now. No, 18 minutes, a little bit later. But it's still trying to take that high. It's trying to extend the bar. It's trying to extend the period to the upside. This high, it's not that relevant now, for example, right? If this high, this poor weak high, this is a mechanical high from back in September 20. If this high was like a couple days ago, maybe 1 week, it would be more relevant. Would mean the odds to the upside would be higher if that was the case. Now we are volume is increasing here right at the high. You know, can you imagine what can happen here if these longs don't have what they are expecting here? I'm not saying I'm going to be short, okay? I'm not saying that. Just be careful here. Right? This market, this is a market to the upside. Now, something that I don't want to see is the next period taking this low out, because that increases the odds of this being a rotational market. Right now, this market has good odds of being a trending market, which would be weird actually, because we have a trending market. When we have a trending market Friday, just a couple days ago. Right, this was a trending market. Trending markets are not that often. Don't come that often. It was extremely weak trending market here on Friday, and yesterday was even worse. But the market is doing what it does. You know, these kind of volumes would have been really nice. It was accompanied by this kind of volume, right? At the low side, you know, having this 1,000 blocks down here with 10,000 here would have been better. Like over here, for example. Right? We have bigger blocks here, and you know, it's a big area here. It's kind of like a struggling now. I wouldn't be surprised if there is some kind of pullback. Sometimes the market gets too long. I know, and this kind of days may have some violent pullback. You know, the pullback can be all the way down to here. No, it's just to remove the longs here. The weak longs don't let the market keep going higher. But the market is still going high. We haven't reached a situation yet where the market is not going high. This market is still going high. When the market stalls, then some pullback could be expected. And sometimes these pullbacks are just, the pullback is really high, right? Can be really, really long. That scares the hell out of traders. All right, it is 10:25, 23 here. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I think I'm going to call it a day. I wish you guys a really good day. Again, we're having, again here, this is not taper, right? Remember how the taper was starting to form here, but it market actually had some side extension. Now the same thing is happening here. 23, the last 7, okay? Just as expected. Some continuation here in the last 7 minutes. Market still having some upside continuation here. The market has had extension in the last 7, which is something I monitor. The last 7 minutes, there was the push. The market gave us the push, which for me means that there's still, you know, it's doing what is expected, which is a market to the upside. You know, continuation of the gap. That what I would love to see is more volume coming here. Next thing to monitor for upside continuation is this high here. 2-day distribution close. Why I did put this? I don't know what that is. Market has no excess in the weekly time frame. No excess in the daily time frame. This could be something interesting here. Not in the bigger time. There is no excess here, right? No excess here in the daily. This is the daily. No excess here. No excess here as well. This is the weekly. But notice what is this? What is the monthly? Can you see this? Can you place a trend line here? Right? Could be some. If there is something to the downside, some kind of pullback here could happen here. I am just trying to be aware of all the things that that can happen in the market. Going from one chart to another. Yeah, this trend has been broken here. Gap here. A current contract. Alright. You know, the last 7, right? The last 7. The last 7, upside extension. You know, just as is expected. It's having upside extension. Okay. Now, the next 7, the first 7 of the next period, we should have some continuation of this movement. Market may open here and then extend to the upside, have something here, and then a pullback, right? Then a pullback. It's just a way to monitor for continuation. What I am doing here. That is working for this market, and markets are always changing and always evolving. They are not the same all the time. Okay, it is 10:30. I wish you guys a really good rest of the day. Stay safe, everybody. And be careful with this market, okay? All right. Bye-bye.